Hello everyone, I'm joined here by Miss Ashu Thangaraj. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
So, one of the first questions I would like to approach you with is to understand your experience being a woman who has built her career in cybersecurity field and has reached a level in their career where that you're able to lead, manage, and help the younger generations build their own careers. So, I wanted to understand your experience with this.
So I have like close to 3 decades of experience. Started with telecom, but then when it came into product development, pretty much with enterprise product development was working in security sometime back. And I got an opportunity 5 years back to again come back into security, and I was like all for it, right? So for me, I think the way COVID pushed everybody to work remotely, everything was through net. And while work was not getting hampered, it also introduced a lot of security issues, right? So cybersecurity gained traction, and that is the time when I actually started building this whole security group within OpenText in India. We're close to 300 people now working on data protection, data security products. And I think the key for me, or the motivation for me to do, was really making an impact in a highly volatile domain. And when I say volatile, it's actively changing. As I speak, the kind of attacks that are happening, the kind of threats that is happening, the place from where it is happening is changing rapidly, right? I started this group 2020, today we are in 2025. In this 5 years, it's gone 20x. Threats have become 20x, and our own threat intelligence system, we have to quickly adapt and do things, right? I think that's the motivation that I saw in cybersecurity, and pretty proud, to be associated, very passionate about how we can make a difference. Security is no longer an option, right? It's built into us, and if I can help make that ease, I think nothing like it.
That's amazing. And of course, when we talk about cybersecurity, like you said, it is no longer an option. But oftentimes we find the humans being the weakest link when it comes to securing an ecosystem. So I wanted to understand your opinion on this. Is there any way that organizations can try to, create some sort of cyber awareness among their employees to ensure that, they are secure at least from their insider threat?
Yeah. I think that's a very great point, because we can have a lot of technology, a lot of automation, which is very, very secure. But then you have one point where you have a human to go and, check. While that is needed, because your human brings in the contextual data, human brings in the, intelligence, right? It also serves as a weakest link. I think one of the key things that we, the way we go and approach our customers is through security awareness training, right? Why is it important? What are the things that we don't really look, and we don't even know it's happening, right? So we do a lot of security awareness training, and then what we do is we go with the security posture of the organization, right? I think it's very important within my organization, within all the organization, right, to make sure each and every employee in the organization and the stakeholders that we are working with understand the criticality of the role that they play in. Whether they are accessing a system or a tool, what kind of authentication, what kind of authorization they need to do. So I think that awareness is very, very needed. The second thing is also about upskilling. A lot of people will not know about it, right? So how do you train your workforce so that they start understanding, oh, this is a threat, this is not a threat, right? Simple stuff,
Of course,
right?
yes.
So make it kind of a compliance training within your organization, right? So just like tailgating, simple thing, right? We have like training. So I think like that we need to have small bit-sized module training for our employees. Make it a fun thing rather than
Of course, yes.
right.
It could be like a workshop. It
It
could
could
be
be like a
something
workshop,
exciting.
yeah. So I think you could be very innovative around it, but I think each and every person in the organization needs to know security is no longer an option, and they play a part into that. keeping an organization security is not just someone else's job, it is their job.
Definitely, that is a very true statement. And of course, when it comes to upskilling, events and initiatives just like CyBe that we have today, Cyber and Beyond, kind of help build that community-based knowledge sharing experience. So I wanted to understand your perspective on this.
Absolutely. I think we need to have a community driven upskilling. Having said that, I think it has to be at different levels. So look at it like as a we all are consumer, all employees are consumers as well, right? So we bring our own devices to organization. So organization does certain things to upskill their people, right? Then their contractors, but then the same employees go out in the community. And if you don't have a community level awareness, community level initiatives for folks to know how to protect themselves. I mean, of recent, WhatsApp hacking has become a very common thing.
Of course,
right?
yes.
And while WhatsApp is not considered as an official way of communication in organization, it is still the informal way of communication.
It's the grapevine.
It's the grapevine,
Yes.
right? And if a WhatsApp gets hacked, means your organization data, which is informally there in the WhatsApp, gets hacked,
Yes.
right? So it's not just, we are not talking about just a smaller ecosystem, we are talking about the larger ecosystem.
It starts with a very micro bit, but it's a very macro
it's a very
concept.
macro,
Yes.
right? So that's why I think community-driven initiatives like this helps reinstate those values and principles, I would say, right? And also brings a little bit of, sincerity around the whole thing, awareness, okay, I need to know about this, right?
Yes.
So I would say it's at a multiple level. Your org, your team, your, vendor, then your partner network, then your community,
Of
right?
course,
It goes
yes.
across.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was quite a pleasure learning from you about your experience as well as your unique thoughts on the human interaction and the human uh, back end that goes behind an organization and of course keeping it safe. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, ma'am. It is a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you for having me over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.